name is Brittany. I'm your host for Wine Hour. You can call me Girl Brittany, Britt Brat, whichever one. Just make sure you keep the B in it. What Luane say, Weezy F baby. Please say the baby. So please keep the B in my name. For those of you who don't know, Wine Hour podcast is based straight out of Duval, Jacksonville, Florida. I know Duval is mostly known for Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't have to touch on that, but that's our team, so we're gonna stick beside them. So we're known for the football team and things like that. But I think that you know how Detroit is known for like the dirty D, like how they say it go down in the D. Well, it go down in Duval too. I guess we like the dirty D too. This Duval, drop one of the clues bombs for Duval. We put on for the city. But yeah, so we have our beaches. Most people move to Florida to come and get away. They get away from the snow and stuff. But we have our beaches. We have, a good time. We have our sun. Most people want to move here, but nobody here never speaks on the crime that we all go through day to day, day in and day out. We have crime here. The news may touch on it, but sometimes they're going on to the next door. I do have a very special guest for you guys. And I always say that my guests are special each episode, but to me, they are special. They might not be personally special to me, but they're special in their own unique way. So I feel as though everybody who's in my presence is special. They can be special to somebody else. They can impact somebody else's life. They have their own specialty, their own qualities, things like that. So I always say I'm introducing a special guest because they are special. Or is, however you want to put it. I'm Geechee. I'm from Duval. It is what it is. The special guest I have today, I'm going to let her introduce herself. And you can go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Sandrikas. I'm known in Jacksonville, Florida as Sandrikas the nurse. And Foolio mom. Foolio mom.
Okay. Are you nervous?
Not at all.
Okay. You seem nervous. No?
I'm good.
Okay. Well, welcome to Wine Hour. Glad to have you. We glad to have you. And I say we because we the people, I'm the people. It's just me. Do you drink?
Sometimes, sort of.
Every now and then?
Every now and then.
You want to sip some wine while we get started? Okay. Each episode, I try to get different wines. I'm not a wine drinker, but I try to taste different wines, different liquors, and things of that nature. Now, I don't know what this is, but it's an Italian spirit.
I hope it's sweet.
I think it's sweet and tart, like lemon sweetness. But we're going to try it. At least I ain't got the one that pop out. I normally got the one with the corkscrew that pop out. It smells sweet. So, should the people go by Sandrika or is it Dreeg or?
So, it depends. let me drink this.
Okay. Be honest. Let me know how it is.
Not for real. It's good. it's a little sweet.
Okay.
It just all depends. Everybody has two sides to them. Some people know me as Sandrikas. Sandrikas a nurse, the nice, sweet lady. It depends. And some people know me as Dreek. So it just all depends. I could turn it on, I could turn it off. It depends on how I'm approached.
I feel like a lot of people have reached out to you regarding interviews around, you want me to call him Foolio or Charles?
You call him Foolio, you know him as Foolio. I know him as Charles.
Okay. And I just want to ask, did a lot of people reach out to you regarding interviews?
Of course, everybody has reached out to me in regards to videos, interviews, all over.
Okay.
Florida, California.
Okay.
All over.
Okay. And you feel like, do it feel like you're on tour? Like you just really just living for him and just on tour? Like
I'm on tour right now for him. He was planning a tour, and so I'm touring for him right now.
Okay.
So I'm his voice as of right now.
Okay. And how does that make you feel? Like,
so it's good. I know what he expect. I didn't agree with some of the stuff that he do, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna try to make it as positive as possible. But just beginning. Before
we get started, I want to outline, of course, the core values of you being a mom. Mother to mother, I have sons, I have children, and I just want to outline the positive things that's been said or you've experienced with Foolio, because a lot of people are, giving negative comments about it or speaking ill, about y'all relationship, mother and son relationship and things like that. So I want you to just let the people know some of the the core values you dealt with as him being, your son.
If people actually know Charles, they know that if he was here right now, Charles is quiet, he's shy, he is respectful. He does give back. He have gave back to a lot of football teams, friends, people in the community, and that's some things they don't speak of. So many kids love Charles. Most of the kids are in my inbox, in my DM, in his DM. Julio told me to stay in school. I was on his live, this and that. So he have two sides of him as well. Charles, that's why I'm coming up with a documentary, Growing Up as Charles Jones, because he was a giving person. He is yes ma'am, no ma'am. He has never disrespected me.
Mm-hmm.
Rebelling, yes. Of course, when these teenage boys grow up or whatever, they rebel. But one that he was Charles. He is my son, my baby son.
Mm-hmm.
That's my only son.
Mm-hmm.
And he has never disrespected me, never cursed me, never none of that.
Okay. Well, that's some good positive, things about him, because of course we hear from hometown to hometown, it gets ugly and people say ugly things, especially on social media. And I just wanted to ask you as a mom, how does that make you feel?
Well, I don't feel anything. I'm not the type of mom that was in denial.
Mm-hmm.
I know my son has been a drill rapper since he was maybe about, when I started hearing it, maybe he was about 14 years old when I started hearing him do songs. I make a fake page to be looking at all this stuff, whatever, and I'm like, Charles, why you say that? Oh, you is dead wrong for that. Mom, you don't know what they said about my friend. Da, 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 da. So, for those who think that I condoned that, I didn't. But those who know me know I didn't play that at all. I always was on him, on top of him, and everything.
Yeah.
So, a lot of songs that y'all have not heard, he didn't release because of me.
Yeah.
But when he do release certain things, and I call him, he be like, I already know. But did you hear what they said?
Yeah.
Did you hear? So it's like with him, he's very sensitive.
Okay.
If you say something about his friends that passed away, he gon' what's the saying go? You hit me, such and such, I'm gonna take it to hell. And that's him.
Yeah, you go low, I go to hell.
Oh, that's what he's gonna do. Yeah. You go low, he's gonna go to hell.
Okay.
And so if you make him feel some type of way or whatever and disrespect his people, whatever, that's what he gonna do. He gonna take it that he's gonna be very disrespectful with it. And I definitely address that. But he was grown. He gonna do what he wanna do.
Okay. So when you say Charles and then we say Foolio, is there a difference?
It's definitely a difference.
What's the difference between Charles and Foolio?
Hey, by Foolio. Foolio, he like to turn up.
Okay.
He don't drink anything like that. That's why I was surprised he was drinking on his birthday. But he like to turn up. He love music. He love to do shows. He love rap. He been rapping forever. If y'all see him on, like I put on my page the other day, I know Twitter space is not the same anymore. Mm-hmm. He like to rank. He like to joke. And we all know he'll troll. Yeah. He would definitely troll you. Yeah. He would definitely. And Charles, different. He's more quiet, more laid back. People don't know when they were saying, well, wait, Foolio at da-da-da. He's chilling in the bed, looking at y'all, looking at this Animal Channel on his phone. So those are the two different people, Charles versus Foolio.
Okay. When was Foolio birth? Like this image that we all get from, they say, okay, he's bad, he's this. When was Foolio really birthed to you as watching him?
Even know nothing about the name Foolio. I worked in the medical field for a long time, and he used to go to my cousin Bubble's house over by Flight Street, and they was calling him Foolio. I think he was about 13, 14, something like that. I'm like, well, who the hell is Foolio? Where y'all getting it from? She's like, girl, your son, he is a celebrity. I'm like,
I bet you like, not Charles.
So that's when I first started seeing it. But Charles been rapping since he was 8 years old. He used to rap at Come Together Day. He used to be with the $1 Billion Jets. That was his group. So he been rapping since then. And he grew up in church. He grew up with his dad people in church every Sunday. Okay. Every single Sunday. So that's what they're going to see on that documentary.
Speaking of church, this is going to be later in the interview, but I want to ask, since you did mention church, it was this thing going around saying about how he does voodoo or he's into voodoo. Is that true?
So we know what music is for entertainment, right?
Mm-hmm.
He say his grandma do voodoo. My mom died giving birth to me when I was 5 years old. Okay. His grandmother died at 13 years old. So to everybody out there, he does not have a grandma that does voodoo. I don't know who she is. So stop DMing me and saying, hey, I got $3,000. I got $5,000. I got $10,000 for you to do this voodoo on me. I'm going to start taking.
What?
Yeah.
So they want you to do the video?
They think nobody does voodoo in my family or his dad's family. That was just, it's just entertainment. Nobody does voodoo. With the song with Zaytoven, my grandma do voodoo, chop the head off a goose. And I'm like, okay, so since everybody started catching on, he just helped with the voodoo thing. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But all us know, people that around him know that nobody does voodoo.
Yeah. So that was Foolio and not Charles, basically.
Charles is a Hebrew Israelite.
Okay.
Does not do no voodoo. I have a grandmother that does voodoo.
Okay. Because I was wondering, I'm like, I see her.
Yeah, some people say he think he's Haitian. He's not Haitian.
He's not Haitian.
I mean, they just made their own narrative. I'm like, okay, so he go with it.
Yeah.
He just goes along with it.
So the people done created this.
Yeah. Exactly. He go with it.
Okay.
You know, he a big troll.
Okay.
Along with it.
So growing up, of course, him growing up, when did you notice, like, okay, I need to, not saying you don't pay attention to your son, but I'm saying, when did you notice, like, hey, I need to really see what my son is really doing? At what age did all of this start?
I think when we moved in West Gites, that's when it started. He started going to Butler, and I think that's when it started. I had him in everything. I had him in basketball. He played football for Grand Park, so that's when I really started seeing it. I got him to Youth Crisis Center, Daniel Memorial Building, Daniel Memorial or whatever.
So you did try to get help, because a lot of people say that and
then I went to the courts that basically they say that we can't do nothing because he haven't committed a crime. You have to commit a crime. These kids have to commit a crime in order to receive these certain services. I tried to get him in the Blandon boot camp thing, Camp Blandon.
Okay.
Soon they told me, they were like, oh, well, if he say no, then I was like, that's all right.
Yeah.
Because he's going to say no.
Yeah. What age was this?
14 years old, 13.
And he could say no? Yeah. Okay.
They could say no. No, I ain't going. Okay, he can't go.
Okay.
So unless it's court ordered.
Okay. I didn't know that.
It got to be court ordered.
Okay. So everything started at 14?
About 14 years old. That's when I started hearing the very disrespectful music. Started contacting some moms. Some was with me, and we was trying to get these kids with this beef stuff that we made, and then some of them just didn't. Yeah, just like their kid.
I was gonna touch on that. They said, of course, that's why I got you here, to just clear up some things. But they say that Foolio and his rivalry. We're not, of course, saying any names, but they were all friends. They played football together. They hung together.
At one time, everybody was friends. At one time, everybody was friends. I think that how this started is when it take one person just to, you're going to be at them out. You got to choose a side. So that's what I think, because at one time, they all were friends from all the sides. They were friends or they was mutual. Okay.
I wonder what went wrong. Like,
it take one person.
Yeah.
One person, one older person or whatever to say, hey, you can't, because y'all older than them, so y'all had beef years ago or whatever. So now y'all dragging the kids into it. So that's how that started.
So it started with the older generation. Okay. And of course the kids' moms, well, I guess they're adults now. They say that you was hanging with them, or y'all were friends. Are y'all?
Yeah. So a lot of those kids, I still call them kids.
Yeah.
Those kids' mom, we were friends. We done ate crabs together. They came to my school. We was cool. And then when this stuff happened, they chose a side.
Yeah.
But my side is what's right.
Yeah.
I always try to contact people and try to talk, but once you say all kind of crazy stuff, then I just back away from whatever.
So you did try to reconcile?
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
I wonder why they paint you out to be this bad person or this bad mother. Like, how do you?
I wonder who. Nobody can paint me out to be. I have always worked.
Yeah. Well, I know.
kids.
Yeah.
I'm the greed.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Period.
it's two sides to me. I try to uplift people because I know where I came from. I stayed in Cleveland for a year. I stayed in Hilltop. I'm from Myrtle Avenue, so I know what it is.
Right.
Poverty. I know what it is to be in Section 8, public housing, going to jail or whatever. So I try to get back to my community and help these people because I know if I did it, anybody can do it.
Yeah.
So it all born, and somebody may not like this, but the truth is what it is. It all boils down to jealousy. I think that because they see that we was in the same boat at one time, and now I done went over here or whatever, and I'm still the same person. Okay. Just like I told you before, these cameras come, it's two of me. You can turn me on or off. I know how to be professional.
Light switch.
But then if you take it there, then I'm gonna go there as well. But
okay.
That's what I think it is because I have never been a bad mom. We ain't had to bed for nothing. My kids was not starving. I was not in the club, leaving my kids at home by themselves. None of that. So I don't know where that come from.
Okay. Well, y'all heard her. But I guess we both from Duval. I'm from Cleveland. I'm familiar with things too, but I just want to ask you, when the violence start, and I mean the horrific violence, the shooting, the guns, the gun violence, when all of that started, how did you feel? Was you looking over your shoulder? Was you living in fear?
Wasn't living in fear because I believe in God.
Okay.
I was a victim of violence in August 2018. When I was on my way to work and I was shot 8 times, close range.
So 8? It was 8?
8 times.
Okay, back up.
Yeah.
So one morning going to work, you were shot 8 times.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? Like start from the beginning, you getting up, you brushing your teeth,
how
was your day?
I always pray before. Me and my boyfriend at that time just came back from out of town. And this is a shift I never worked. I usually work at night. So this particular time, they wanted me to come in. I told them I'd come in and help them because we were short of nurses. So it was maybe 5 something in the morning. Charles had to text me. It's a Crooks hat that came out. He was like, Mom, I got 1 million views. And I was happy. I hearted it. I'm going out my garage. Letting the garage go down. As I'm biking out, my car in reverse, I just heard the shots on the left side of my car. I just started to lean down to the passenger side. I like, Lord, please don't let them hit my upper body. So it finally stopped. I played like I was dead. I let my car slow roll to the in the middle of the street. When I seen they was gone, I pulled up and drive. Everybody came out their house and things of that sort. So I wasn't living in fear.
Yeah.
I was pissed.
Yeah.
Because this didn't start because he shot somebody, killed somebody, because he was staying in Atlanta then.
Okay.
It was because they kept on going back and forth on Instagrams. That mouth of his, very disrespectful, other things that had happened in the city. So I guess they say, oh, we can't take him or whatever. We can't get to him because he's in Atlanta.
Yeah.
We'll find his mom, and that's what
crazy. Who shoot people, mom? Like, what?
8 times, and I still got 8 bullets in me, and I learned how to walk again, and I'm here today. But still, after that, no, I never lived in fear. Never. I got to watch this. That I was more cautious, yes, but in fear. People around me, my family and stuff like that, they were scared or whatever. My mom didn't even want me around.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, did they isolate
around them and stuff like that, and it made me feel some type of way.
Yeah.
And now I want them around me.
Now, in this present time,
it's what it is.
Okay. I'm not gonna say it. It's okay.
You can say it.
I guess given the violence, given the ongoing beef, and for them to target his mother, you don't think that they lived in fear like they would be next is why they did it?
So after I got shot up and I was in a hospital, I reached out to somebody in particular who was very close with this going on. And I reached out to her cousin because all us friends. And she tried to get her to talk to me. She didn't want to talk. I'm like, look, I'm laying up in the hospital bed with 8 bullets in me. I shouldn't be reaching out to nobody.
Yeah.
I should be saying, hey, go get them.
Yeah.
But I didn't want nothing to happen to her.
Yeah.
Her kids, anything like that. But then I heard, I got a screenshot and that she made this remark. And I was like, hey, well, I ain't No.
Yeah.
So I feel like no, they couldn't have been scared, because I would have
Yeah.
been like, oh yeah, girl, what we gonna do? Because I need to talk to my son. We need to. That's what
Yeah.
scared people gonna do, because
Yeah.
I don't want to be next and things of that sort. But no, it didn't go that way.
So did you feel like people didn't empathize with you because of your son's actions?
Some people did,
Okay.
because they knew me. I was looking at the Facebook posts and stuff like that. They were like, "Oh, that's messed up. You did that to Miss Sandrika." Da da da.
Yeah.
Then I had some people that said, "Oh, well, that's what she get.
Wow.
She nasty. She
Really?
mean. She her son and da 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 da." I'm like, so y'all wanted me to die because of I'm nasty, I'm mean, and
Yeah.
I think that's crazy.
So they blame you for his actions, basically.
Of course, not knowing that they cousins, they sons, and all that, but doing the same thing.
Yeah. Just
Y'all just don't see them on Instagram because they have different names, but
Yeah.
your kids was doing the absolutely same
Yeah.
thing.
Were you invested in the ongoing beef? Like, not involved, but just trying to figure out?
Every day.
Okay.
Every day I'm on social media looking. Every day I'm trying to see what's going on, whatever. Every day, because they put everything on social media.
Yeah.
So yes, every day it was, and that kind of got like tiresome, because I'm studying for my nursing exam. I can't pass it because I'm investing this. One time I just had to put down the phone, and like I ain't going on Facebook and nothing like this for 2 weeks because I got to pass this test.
Let me ask you this: when that happened to you, because 8 bullets is a lot, and you say they still in your body, that's a lot. I can't imagine. Why didn't you leave or relocate or like?
I stay here.
No, I'm just saying, like,
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Okay. It appeared that you didn't.
A lot of people don't think,
because you know, you do your thing, you run your.
I don't even know I'm in and out.
Okay.
Yeah. So I moved. Then I moved twice. Matter of fact, I moved twice or whatever. Out of Duval County.
Okay. I would never came back. Yeah.
I don't stay. I'm a traveler.
Yeah.
So I do have businesses in Florida, several businesses in Florida, but I don't reside in Florida.
Okay. So we all know that Foolio is no longer here with us. So I want to ask you, of course, when that day happened, like, who called you? Like, how do you get the news of what really happened to him? Because it was his birthday, right?
It was his birthday. I came to Jacksonville. Like I said, I don't stay in Jacksonville. I came to Jacksonville Friday, June 21st, to give him his birthday stuff. I got here maybe like 12 noon, 1 o'clock. He was happy. He don't expect nobody to get. He's a giver. He don't expect nobody to give him that.
Yeah, cancer.
I don't care what it is. He's Gemini.
Okay.
He Gemini. He born on 21st, but he
borderline. He borderline.
Yeah, he say he a Gemini. He act like one.
See, I'm the 24th, and they be like, you don't act like no Cancer, but I'm like right in the middle of.
So he act like a Gemini.
Yeah.
But and you could get him a birthday cake. He just love anybody who do anything for him. He's happy because he's always giving somebody. Yeah. And I ain't talking about no little bit of money, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000. So he was just so happy or whatever. He was waiting for his haircut. He was going to Tampa or whatever. That was the last day I saw him. So I told my best friend, I'm not going to sleep or whatever. I say, I'm just gonna be up or whatever. Yeah. So my crazy tail self, my friend was at the club. I went to the club too, and I was outside the club just waiting. So Saturday came, I was on his page the whole time, looking. I was like, okay, yeah, Saturday, that's over with, because I knew that the following week we was going back to Georgia or whatever. My daughter was graduating with her master's degree in education. So Sunday came. I talked to him. Everything was okay. I see him 1 o'clock in the morning on live. I'm like, okay, it's almost over with. Then I fell asleep or whatever in the car because I ain't going to sleep. Right. I ain't finna lay in no bed. Right. So 4 o'clock in the morning, I got a call from one of his friends, and he was like, Ma, the car got shot up. I'm like, what? No, he was like, somebody, the police or something. I'm like, what? So I'm thinking the police probably put him. When the phone rung, I thought the police was gonna pull him over. I never thought it was gonna be a shooting. I never thought he would, even though he got shot at so many times, I never thought he would get killed. So I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, they got shot up. They going to 2 different hospitals. Da, da, da. They're like, but the car's still out there. I'm like, okay, so let me call somebody. So I'm calling everybody. Nobody answering the phone. I'm like, what the hell? Y'all know better. Y'all supposed to be answering his phone. Yeah. So I called his aunt, and I was like, I need you to ride Tampa with me. They said a shooting or whatever. So they had already knew I was getting ready to back out. My homeboy came over there. And that's when I found out another close family friend called and was like he didn't make it. So I think that everybody knew, they just didn't want to tell me until I got there.
Yeah.
Whatever. And then I broke down, went to Tampa. Seemed like it took us forever to get there. Got to the scene. Of course, he was still there in the car. They knew who it was when we got there. Yeah. So I was relieved of that. But like I stated, I never thought that he would get killed at all.
Yeah. So they told you the news before you got on the road? That had to be horrible.
It was.
Driving there, thinking about.
It was. And I was still like in disbelief. Yeah. Because it was three of them in 3 separate cars, so I was still in disbelief. I'm like, no, this can't be. Yeah. So I had to take my time to scream it out, cry it out. I was so loud by 5 o'clock in the morning. The guy came with his gun coming out out of nowhere, asking, I hear a lady screaming and hollering, you okay? Yeah. And I appreciate that guy, whoever he was, because I don't even know who this man was. He just heard me screaming and crying, but yeah, that's what it. Of course, I didn't want my son to get killed, but honestly, I'm glad that it happened there, because if it would have happened in Duval, I know it would have been unsolved. Okay,
because they did apprehend them pretty quickly.
Very quickly. They knew who they was. Like I said, day 1, arrested them, put GPS on them day 3. Yeah. And then a month later, that's when I already knew about it. So 30 days later, that's when they end up arresting them.
Of course, everybody saw the videos with the body cam. How did you feel when they did apprehend everybody? Were you watching it too? How did that make you feel? Like,
talking about other shooting?
No, of
them getting arrested. I was relieved. Okay. I like, get them all. Okay. Everybody. Okay. The ones who didn't even pull the trigger. Yeah. The ones who paid for the hit. Yeah. Get them all, because my son didn't have no dealings with those people right there. Yeah. So immediately I knew it was a hit. Yeah. And I knew it was nobody from Tampa did it. Yeah. Or whatever. So yeah. And to this day, I'm saying, getting them all.
So were you okay to watch the shooting? Like, how did that make you feel? Like,
at the press conference, that was my first time seeing it. Because when I got there were witnesses there that didn't want to talk to the police or whatever. That they had their priors with Tampa Police Department that witnessed it or whatever. I thank God for that Tesla being out there.
Yeah, because the recording.
But when I first saw it, it's when everybody else saw it. Okay. I was at a press conference in Tampa, and it looked like a movie to me. Yeah. It just didn't look real, and I had to stop for a minute and stop looking at it. Then at one point, I just felt I just got invested with just looking at it. I'm like
shocked.
How they ran up on them, they snuck up on them like that. It was just unbelievable.
Yeah, like unreal. So you stayed to Tampa the whole time?
No. Okay. No, just that day.
Okay. And was his body in Tampa, or did they bring it back to Duval?
Back. Of course, they bring it back.
Okay.
But they didn't bring it back. We paid for it to come back.
Yeah. They don't do nothing for free.
Of course.
It was speculations, of course, going around on Facebook that, of course, people who don't know Foolio were basically saying that, why would he post his location for the party? There's a lot of speculation saying that he was tired of running, and he just literally just gave up.
He always posts his locations. I don't care. Every concert, whether it was in North Carolina, Texas, he always posted where he was going to be at. So regardless of what, people were going to know where he was. And me and his friends and stuff, we think about that. We were like, well, what are people that he shouldn't have did this? He shouldn't have. Them people, like I told them people was determined to kill my son. Yeah. Whether going to be in Tampa or Jacksonville, that wasn't something they just thought about that day. It's something that been going on or whatever. So this day right here, they saying, okay, let's go. We can't catch him in Jacksonville. We can't catch him here or whatever. Let's go. We know he's finna be here or whatever. So he wasn't running. Yeah. Because he was in the city. I begged him not to be in the city. He was in the city, so he wasn't definitely not running.
I was going to ask you, did you ask him to leave?
Like I said, he's grown. He's not going to leave. He loved his friends. All his friends in Jacksonville, so he loved them. He was not leaving. Much as I told him to, he got a whole house in Georgia.
Yeah.
He was not leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, go back and forth or whatever. He wasn't leaving.
Okay. How did you feel when they had this whole, I don't know if it was tarot reading or voodoo reading, that the person was talking to Foolio?
I'm like, this lady don't know what she's talking about because he's not signed to no record label.
Mm-hmm.
He's an independent artist.
Mm-hmm.
He just has a distribution deal. So what she's talking about, people in California about he knowing. I'm like, what the hell is he? The only thing I agree about is with her saying that he's okay, he's happy because he finally came to me in a dream, whatever. Somebody laughing in the background, a girl or whatever. He'll like, Mom, I'm coming. You got some money now? I'm like, I say, who's in the background? He'll like, oh, that's such and such. And I told a friend of mine, I say, I do believe my son was in heaven because he believed in God. He believed in Yahweh. He believed in the highest one. But people don't know. And I know he was invested with this girl from Cleveland Arms who got killed. I think her name was Zaisha. And I told his ex-girlfriend, I said he was talking to Zaisha in the background, the girl laughing, because that's the only person who I know that is a female who passed away that he was so close to and he always talked about and he always posted her. Okay. So when he came to me, I'm like, oh yeah, he all right. He good. Because I had been waiting for him to come to me in my dream.
Was it immediate or after?
It wasn't. It was just recent, maybe about a month ago, maybe a few weeks ago.
Okay. And his funeral, first I want to, of course, publicly give my condolences and send my condolences. I know I inbox you. I be, trying to send encouraging words, but sometimes I know, you be zoned out, but I just want to publicly send my condolences as well because I can't imagine at all. I do feel as though people think you just superwoman, that you ain't got no feelings, that you got this cape on, that you just, armor strong. And I know you're a strong woman, you're a strong individual, and you was raised, you say, by your grandma, right? But sometimes it's okay to just stop and be like, hey, are you okay?
People don't get. Yeah. Like, I done took L's all my life. All my life. I grew up with my grandmother, great-grandmother. My mom passed away at 5. I'm the only child. So I was in survival mode. So I always felt like I got to give my kids the best. They're going to do, even though we stayed in apartment complexes, on government assistance and stuff like that, they always had the best. When I stayed in the back of Cleveland Arms, we had a big water slide back there, the trampoline back there. I always wanted good things for my kids or whatever. So it's so, people don't understand. If I shut down, I don't call you, I don't talk, call me. Yeah. But people know I call them 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm up. Yeah. But call me sometime and say, hey, I'm just checking on you. I ain't want to text me or whatever. Yeah. And it do hurt when, especially people that you grew up with, that you think that is a very close friend, they don't do that.
Yeah. And it's like you're on an island by yourself.
Yeah.
I get it. Being strong, don't nobody check on the strong friends.
At all.
Forget. They feel like you got it. They feel like you got money. They feel like you ain't got no bad day.
Yeah. And sending a Facebook message is not it. If we grew up together. A Facebook message ain't nothing.
Yeah.
And click that little button thing. It's a phone thing up there in the video. Yeah. People came to me who I hadn't talked to in years. Some people who I didn't get along with. And they still came. You may not like a funeral, come to the repast.
Yeah. Because I do know most people don't go to funerals.
I don't. So, come to the repast. Stop by. Drop off a card or something like. Let me know how you really feel about me. But that show you. Right there. So yeah, being strong. It has its ups and it has its negative and positive effects.
Have its pros and cons. Speaking of his funeral, far as planning it, I know that had to be tough. Did you do it all by yourself?
I did it by myself.
Really?
And some people was mad at me. They're like, my name wasn't in the obituary. I'm like, look, hey, I ain't mean no harm. I did do it by myself, and it was, but I did it by myself. QL Douglas did a very great job because some of the stuff that he did, I wouldn't have never thought of. The microphone in his hand and things of that sort. He did it good before me picking out his clothes. Okay. Rhonda, she did his hair. I didn't even know she did his hair. I'm like, how you went and did his hair, girl? Was you able to do that? So yeah, I planned it myself as far as with the casket. I just told him what I wanted, but he exceeded the expectations, especially with the big, 8-foot pictures of Charles and stuff like that. I didn't plan that part. I didn't know nothing about that part, but Quentin, he definitely did his thing. But yeah, I planned the whole thing.
Most people can't. That's why I asked.
Yeah, I planned the whole thing. because I know how he like it. I know he's saying, okay, oh, my mom snapped on bro, because he called me mom. My mom snapped on bro or whatever. So I knew it had to be great.
Okay. And it's, of course, rumors out there, but it was like you had a 10 million policy for him because he was out in the, doing violence and stuff. Could you touch on that? Because I know
how much a policy?
About 10 million.
Dang. Where the money at? Where is the money? I done heard all kind of stuff about money. I done heard that I got $250,000 off a song. $10 million. I need the money. Where you gonna get it?
Oh my God.
I need this money.
It's just,
if you gotta, first of all, Charles is so scared. I know if a policy, you got to get blood work done. You got to get health. He ain't finna let me do that.
Yeah. So
no, he didn't have a $10 million policy. If he had a $10 million policy, I am a business owner, but Sandrikas would not be clocking in and out on nobody's job.
But he was covered. He was definitely covered. Okay, that's all they need to know.
He was definitely covered. And he said on his interviews, if they look, he was covered. But to start the rumors, no, I didn't have a 10. That's why all them guys in my inbox.
They trying to get.
Take a drink.
Take your sip. Let me tell you one too. They trying to see where the money at. They want to holler at you.
$10 million. I don't have $10 million, boys.
She ain't got it, y'all. Leave alone.
At all.
I want to touch back. I'm gonna go back. Of course, I know a lot of people have asked you this. Some of the lyrics that he sang about and rapped about, and the actual visual video of him at the Rivalry's grave site. How do you feel about that? Or how did you feel about that?
Like I stated, for one, that one song,
When I See
You, Who I Smoke, was the song that was made first.
Oh, from the other side. Okay.
So he was pissed off. I called him. I don't want to hear it. Click. So I already knew.
Yeah.
That he was going to come up with something when he asked those people what beat he should use.
So did he actually go to the grave? To them?
Those graves, some of them not even in Jacksonville.
Okay.
Some of them are in the graveyard by Hilltop. Mm-hmm. One grave I know he went to where a friend of his located in a Rivalry located or whatever. He went there one time, but he didn't shoot a video that they went and took a picture. But all those videos was not at nobody's gravesite. Absolutely nobody's gravesite. Okay. Those were grave sites either in by Hilltop or out of town. Yeah. So no, he wasn't stumping on nobody's graves at all.
Yeah. But he just basically, I guess, wanted to paint the picture of that. I know living here, us going through, it was like every week it was something like, that's why I keep asking, was you scared of living in fear? Because we were scared, like some of them do show up to little league games and football games and basketball games, and people would leave.
You have to be, what about people that you don't know about who be doing stuff?
Well, that too.
Them the people you need to be scared of. So I know that one right there here, so we keep our eye out. But what about the people that you don't know?
I always say the people who looking for people or gunning at people, they know who they looking for. They know exactly who they looking for. I know we have a lot of crime here, but it's never the innocent bystanders. It's always something with something. So I do know that. But I know in that period, the town was like in fear. Yeah. They come out the door. So that's why I was, asking you, were you looking over your shoulders and things like that? No.
Wasn't. Like I said, I try to be one thing about it, and I said this before, we came here, and I know you know about the church. Mm-hmm. I see you. I do. And we all gonna leave here one day.
One day.
We don't know when, where, how, anything like that. But we want to leave here. So it is what it is. I don't like the violence. Like I said, I don't condone the violence. Yeah. I hate it. I want it to stop. Even in my interview, I told them it's only you either gonna go to jail, are you gonna be dead? Karma is real.
Yeah, it's gonna come back.
You reap what you sow.
Yeah, whatever you throw out there, it's gonna come back.
Goes for my son, her son, that son. That goes for anybody. What I don't like is people could talk down on me and talk down on Charles. And their kids were doing the same thing. Mm-hmm. Let's not be ignorant to the fact that your child was doing the same exact thing. Yeah. But now you want sympathy and things of that sort. It bothered me when even my son got killed. I seen grown adults celebrating.
Really?
Grown adult. One of I spent money with. I seen grown adults celebrating his death. I would never do that to y'all, child. Never. Because I'm a grown adult.
Yeah.
That I'm a grown adult. Yeah, I seen a couple of them. I'm like, really? And not no dudes. These are women. I'm like, who want to drag their stuff in something like this? No, absolutely. I mean, that's crazy. He didn't do nothing to neither one of none of your neither one of y'all sons.
Yeah. So a lot of people just basically pick sides.
Exactly.
Parents pick sides.
I would never get myself involved in something I don't have absolutely nothing to do with. I have friends that talk to friends that have friends from us. I don't say, oh, don't talk to her because them people don't got nothing to do with that. They don't have nothing to do with it at all. I guess I'm the mature one.
Yeah, a lot of people need a bandwagon.
Yeah.
A lot of people need something to do.
When they celebrate that, I could get on there and talk stuff and say some ignorant stuff, but why? Yeah. Cause karma is real and you reap what you sow. Yeah. And I live by that or whatever. But I cannot believe these grown women is sitting up here drinking a Don Julio. It's a celebration on that date because your day may be coming.
Right. Everybody got that dash.
Exactly.
Everybody got a dash. Your end date coming. I do want to touch on when he passed away. Like I said, back to the voodoo, they were speculating that he wasn't dead. He was still alive, and somebody was operating off of his page.
Still doing that.
They said it was you operating off his page.
It was not me. I'm on his page now. He had a promo guide. This promo guide have access to a lot of celebrities' pages. And he was on the page. I couldn't even get in the page. And I contacted him and asked him, hey, because Charles did tell me about the promo guide. I like, hey, I need to get into his page or whatever because the police officer has his phone or whatever. And he'll like, oh yeah, I can get you into the page. So you can tell the difference in who is on that page.
Okay.
When I'm on the page, I'm posting his stuff, his documentary, stuff like that. And when the promo guy was on there, he was doing all like, hey, we got to chill, we can't do yeah. So you can tell a big difference and with that, of course, I'm on his page now.
Yeah.
Promo do still have access to his page, but yes, I am on the page now.
But you wasn't with the foolishness.
No, that wasn't me.
They were like, peekaboo, I'm here. Like,
wasn't me. That was a promo person. He does marketing.
Yeah.
And that's what they do in that world. But no, that wasn't me.
But his live affected a lot of people. Not negative, not in a negative way for everybody. It's a lot of people who wish he wasn't, dead. It's a lot of people who wish.
Inbox.
Yeah.
I just wish he could have realized how big he was.
Yeah. You don't think he knew that?
Not from Canada, not from the UK, Russia, Nigeria. They are all everywhere. I got CDs made. I'm like, y'all still have CDs? So I had to get CDs made for his fans or whatever. And he didn't think he was that big because sometimes when people ask him for his autograph, we're like, autograph or whatever. Like, his friend had tell him, why you such. So, and the reason I'm go back to why they didn't think he passed away. They didn't think he was dead because, like one blog, they want to see his body. They want to see his face in the casket. And I only showed his shoes in a microphone in his hand. So they was like, this is for a movie. Of course, I wasn't going to put his body and his face on there so y'all control.
Right.
So I know that's what was going to happen. So I had it like at the funeral. Whoever come in, don't open the casket till I get there. And when I get in or whatever, once the door's closed, we closing it.
Right.
So that's what everybody wanted to see him. So that's why they don't think that he has passed away. And like I told him before, and not going to lie, my Instagram, I'm his mother. Charles is deceased as of June 23rd, 2024. And I don't got $10 million.
She said that one more time. So how are you now? Like, what state of mind you're in now?
I be in and out. I have my own little alone time. I go in and out about him or whatever. I have to keep myself busy. So I'm constantly working. I'm in my business, doing other businesses, doing his merchandise, websites, and things of that sort. Finishing projects that we was doing prior. And I had to, come on, what you doing? He just a big procrastinator, and I'm not. So I'm finishing those projects. So I just have to keep busy. I have to keep busy. I try to be in good spirits. I am a manager at one of my jobs, so I just shut my office door when I'm having my moment, and things of that sort. And some people insensitive, but like I'm a
Yeah.
strong person or whatever. I
Yeah.
expect stuff from certain people, but from others I don't.
Yeah.
I don't expect that. But I just keep busy to not to try to think about it. I just try to hold on to. His last video said, "This is the best birthday I ever had."
I remember that.
I just try to hold on to that right there.
He looked like he had the time of his life. He looked like
Don't drink, and then I took a drink. So I try to. That's what I try to hold on to.
Yeah.
Because at one time he was like, "Oh, I made it 18. I ain't never thought. Oh, I made it 21. I ain't never think." So I think in his mind he never thought he would have made it to see 26 years of age.
Do you regret him choosing that life? I know that you didn't raise him like that.
Of course, of course. What I had still wanted him to do music, of course. He was doing music since he was like 8 years old. But as I was going through his messages, he wanted to get out of the music.
Yeah.
And he was like, I think it was T Grizzly. He was like, he was gonna do the streaming and Twitch thing or whatever, that little stuff right there. So he I think he was getting a little tired of it. And he was good like financially, so he can leave from out of it. So I think he was like tired of it, and the reason being because he was suffering from depression. All his friends passing away around him and things of that sort. Are they in jail or whatever? And he always said if he could give all the money back or whatever to have everybody back, he would. So he was depressed at one time. So that's why I was so happy to see him having fun on his birthday.
Okay. And I'm gonna leave my last question. Everybody know the song, that other song dropped, Game Over, when Foolio passed. How did that make you feel?
I didn't feel any kind of way. It was expected. I knew it was gonna happen. Because that's what they do. That's why I say I'm not turning my. If it would have been the other way around, he would have did the same thing. I'm not like most of these parents. They be like, "Oh, that's man." No, I knew what it was. I already knew the song. I knew when it was gonna drop at 6 o'clock. I knew that. I knew it was gonna go viral. I knew it was gonna get millions and millions and millions of views. Because that's the lifestyle that they chose.
Do you have any words for like the parents who Foolio probably dissed or pretended to be at the grave? Do you have any words for them?
Yes. I do sympathize and empathize with all these kids that was lost. It definitely didn't come from me. That's something that both sides did that they need to stop. And as I see on social media, is not stopping. But for me, I'm sorry. I do want to give a shout out to Darryl Crow. That's his name, 8 Ball.
Okay.
He messages me, and my son used to diss his son, and his son used to diss my son. But we are adults, and we speak in Messenger. He checked on me or whatever. Hopefully we could get something together. He got a nonprofit going on.
Okay.
Real adult, real stand up man. I want to give him a shout out.
Okay.
For that. Or whatever. But at the end of the day, we can't beat ourselves up about these kids that we raised, only if you're upholding it. I was a parent that did uphold. I know that I sympathize with Corbin's mom. She's a good woman. She's a good woman. And I hate that as well, but him rapping that or whatever, and that song going viral, I hate that as well, because I know that she is a good woman. So I mean, I'm sorry, nothing else that I can do. These kids make these choices. We don't want our kids to do this type of stuff, but they do.
I understand. And just want to leave with this. Do you have any words for probably any future wannabe gang members out here? Any upcoming young gang members? Do you have any words for them?
As you all see, the end results is with Charles dead. As you can see, the end results with Lil Durk got indicted. As you can see with me sitting up here as a mom, your family hurt.
Being shot 8 times behind it.
Those are the end results of it. I honestly think that even if some people, school ain't for everybody. I ain't telling nobody to drop out of school. Get a trade. Find something else to do. If you're a mom, if you're a dad who got a kid who's going the wrong way, I promise that Save up some money and get away
Yeah.
from Jikes. But even if you're watching this from another state, I know everybody can't get up and move, but that's the only way, because you can change your life.
Mm-hmm.
As one person did, he changed his life around. But now the police still bothering him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that. Mm-hmm.
Bothering him. So the only way to get out of this, you got to move.
Yeah.
You have to move and don't look back.
Yeah.
But for the kids, stay in school, get you a trade, surround yourself around individuals that want better, that's going to do better. It's not a lot of programs in here for the adults out here, business owners out here. Start a nonprofit to try to help these kids, taking to see something different.
Okay.
And that's about it.
Okay. Well, that includes our wine hour. Like I said before, I do think you're a phenomenal person. I see you giving back to the community the best way you know how to through nursing. You've changed lives. You changed young women's lives, you know, and I know it's more to come. I remember sitting in nursing school with you a couple of years back at night classes.
Oh, yeah.
So I know this is your passion, and I know that, you know, you're doing it for a purpose. So I just want to let you know that I'm proud of the person that you are today, because you done been through a lot. You know, most people would have broke, you know. So I do want to thank you for coming on the show.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for choosing me to interview you. I know it was tough, you know, but I'm glad you're here. I'm glad that we discussed this. I'm glad that, you know, we was able to connect, you know, in a positive way and not so much of negative, of drama.
Mm-hmm.
Like I told you before, it's not going to be no drama. We ain't got to drop no names and none of that. But I did want to have this one-on-one, you know, to basically, you know, ask, is you okay? You know, and basically people see you, you know, whether people reach out or not, I watch, you know. And you're doing good. You're doing well. I see his documentary coming soon. If you want to let them know how to find it, watch it.
Up as Charles Jones, the part 1 will be dropping sometime in December. Y'all seen the trailer. Go on YouTube and see that trailer. Stay tuned. We have a lot of stuff going on.
Okay. And tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me at Sandrikas1 on Instagram, Sandrikas Maze on Facebook, Foolio on Instagram, and E6PN, the label.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you for being here. So that includes our wine hour again, guys. I had a great time with Miss Sandrika. I know she don't want me to say miss, but hey, I'm old school, but I had a great time today. If you guys had any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to drop all comments down below. Of course, keep all your negative comments away. You probably ain't gonna listen to me, but we just want to, you know, produce positivity. We want to, you know, have something positive about us going on, you know, here in Duval. Us as all being, you know, Black, you know, it's a lot of violence in our community. So at the end of the day, we just want to, you know, uplift and preach positivity. I know I do. So thank you guys for tuning in. I hope that this touched you. I hope that this touched someone close to you. I hope that maybe if you a gang member or something, I hope that this touched you. I hope her story touched you. And like I say, if you guys want to reach out, if you need help, find somebody you can reach out to. It's outlets out here that you can get help from. It's schooling out here that you can get help from. And just always be mindful that check on your strong friends. Please check on your strong friends, because you never know what a person is going through, even though they may appear to be strong. I'm a strong person, but sometimes it's okay to pick up the phone and really say just, hey, how you doing? And I'm signing off.
Thank you.